Now we move to the perfect tenses present and past perfect. كيفاش نعرفوا باللي لو طون تاعنا هو present perfect تلقاو فيه has or have plus verb in the past participle. الخانة الثالثة تاع الجدول past participle. الخانة الثالثة تاع الجدول عندنا الانفينيتيف ومن بعد عندنا past continuous past simple ومن بعد عندنا past participle. الخانة الثالثة past perfect had plus verb in the past participle. We have here some sentences that we are going to use later to ask questions about. Les phrases هذوم بعد نسقسوا عليهم les questions. To ask about a subject نسقسوا على السوجي في present perfect. We say who plus verb plus object plus the remain of the sentence. Who زائد verb زائد الobjet زائد le reste تاع la phrase. Who has or have plus the verb plus the object. Who has or have plus verb plus the object. If the verb is a someone إذا كان الفعل شخص. إذا كان الفعل سوجي شخص sorry. إذا كان السوجي تاعنا شيء we say what plus verb plus object plus the remain of the sentence question mark. What has or have plus verb plus the object. Let's take the first sentence. Pupils have prepared for their BAC exam. We're going to ask about the subject. This is the verb. To ask about the subject, we say نسقسوا على السوجي نقولوا who have prepared who نكملوا كاع هذه الأفخاص كاملة بالverb حتى كي لافان تاع الأفخاص plus the question mark. Who have prepared. To ask about the subject in the past perfect بنسقسوا على السوجي في past perfect we say who had plus verb plus object the remain of the sentence plus question mark. What had plus verb plus the object. Let's do this sentence. This one is in the past perfect. This is the subject and this is the verb. To ask a question about the subject we say بنسقسوا على السوجي نقولوا who had prepared. So to ask a question about the subject in the past perfect this is the subject this is the verb. Who had prepared. Who ندو كاع هذه الأفخاص غير السوجي اللي ما يبانش في السؤال. To ask about the verb the rule is what has or have or had. Has have present perfect had past perfect انت وحدة من هادو plus subject plus done. Let's take this sentence. We ask about this verb has prepared. We say what has تلقى has تكتب has تلقى have تكتب have تلقى had تكتب had. What has plus the subject the pupil what has the pupil prepared what has the pupil done. أنا نسقسوا على الفعل ما نقدروش نقولوا prepared. done. What has the pupil done. هذا present perfect. past perfect had prepared هذا هو الفعل هذا هو السوجي نسقسوا على الفعل نقولوا what had plus subject the pupil done. What had the pupil done. To ask about the object, time, place, cause or manner, it's the same rule. The WH, what for object, when for time, where for place, why for cause, how for manner, plus has or have for the present perfect, had for the past perfect زائد هذا في present perfect وهذا past perfect plus the subject plus the verb. Let's ask a question here. For example, now if we take this sentence, a pupil had used the internet to prepare for his BAC exam. If we want to ask a question about the internet, we say it's an object, so the question will start with what. What plus had plus the subject, the pupil, what had the pupil used? You can complete the question here. What had the pupil used to prepare for his BAC exam? Or we say, what had the pupil used? What had the pupil used? Let's move now. The same question for the same way to ask a question about questions about time, place, cause, and the manner. Just we change the WH question. So what? Object, when, time, where, place, why, cause, how, manner, plus has or have or had, plus subject, plus the verb. Let's move to the future. This is the easiest. Pupils will prepare for their BAC exam. A pupil will prepare for his BAC exam. To ask about the subject, we say who or what plus the verb. To ask about the subject, here is subject, will, prepare is the verb. To ask about the subject, we say who plus the verb will prepare. The complete of the sentence. Prepare for the BAC, for their BAC exam. So, if we are asking about pupil or pupils, if we ask about subject which is plural or singular, it is the same. Who will prepare for their BAC exam or who will prepare for his BAC exam. To ask about the verb, what, will, plus subject, plus do. We say, to ask about the verb in the first sentence, we say what plus auxiliary, will, plus the subject, pupils, what will pupils do. We don't say prepare because we are asking about the verb. What will pupils do? هنا باش نسقسو على le verb. نسقسو على object or time or place or cause or manner. This is the rule. What, when, where, why, and how. Plus will, plus the subject, plus the verb. Suppose that we are going to ask about, so we prepare for his exam. For example, we are going to ask about for their BAC exam. We say what will pupils prepare for. To ask about for their BAC exam. What plus will plus the subject plus the verb in the infinitive.